Josh prides himself on being independent, but there are some barriers he simply can't surmount. These steep steps at his local train station mean that getting into town by rail is impossible.
Sadly, I have to catch a bus every time I want to go to Cardiff because I can't catch the train to Cardiff, and that upsets me because I have to figure out different journeys to get to Cardiff.
Filming secretly, I joined Josh to find out what life is really like for wheelchair users on Wales's trains. Our first stop, Cwmbran. We have no problem getting there, but the only way of reaching the opposite platform is via a footbridge. So, when the time comes to head back to Cardiff, we have to take a detour. I time the journey. It's nearly 8 minutes, which doesn't sound a long time, but can be if you're travelling in a battery-operated wheelchair. If Josh runs out of power, he's worried he'll end up stuck.
I find it ridiculous that it's 8 minutes when it's 1 minute on the bridge. That you could just do it 1 minute on the bridge and I can't access that footbridge. There should be a lift.
According to disability charity Leonard Cheshire, for whom Josh works, more than a fifth of stations in Wales don't have full step-free access. They say at the current rate of improvement, the UK government won't put that right until 2070, 40 years after their target of 2030.
It really does limit people's ability to work, to travel to social events, to maybe do something for their health and fitness, get to gym class or whatever. And it's really not fair in this day and age.
Later we travel from Cardiff to Pontypool. Josh needs a taxi to help him make the journey because Pontypool station is inaccessible. To start with, all goes well.
Picking us back up,
but when the time comes to return to Cwmbran, the taxi is late.
Waiting here at Pontypool train station.
Not for the first time, Josh finds his taxi's been sent to the wrong station.
This has happened not once but twice to me now, where I have been waiting for a taxi for a very long time due to miscommunication, and it's not fair.
By now we've missed our train and there's nothing for it but to take a taxi back to Cardiff. For Josh, yet more frustration.
It's been a disaster. Now we are asking Transport for Wales to authorise me to take to Cardiff, otherwise I have to wait for a train. I've been here twice and this has happened to me twice, and I don't want it to happen again. Like, I don't want to go Pontypool again.
The UK government recently announced funding for improvements to 4 stations in Wales, including Grangetown and Pontypool. They've already pledged to carry out works at a further 11 stations here. They told us that while they acknowledge there's work to do, progress has been made, with 3 in 4 journeys now step-free. Transport for Wales said it would match fund the government investment, saying, "We are fully committed to building a fully accessible rail network for Wales and the borders." Network Rail, who are helping deliver the improvements, said, "We are committed to improving accessibility at railway stations across the Wales and borders route." Josh just wants to be able to get around like anyone else, but at the moment, all he sees are obstacles. Richard Morgan, ITV News.